from Desert Botanical Gardens. You can see Papago off.
Temperatures were on the warm side. They weren't just warm, they in fact tied an old record and several other new records across the state today. We'll talk about those hot numbers and what you can expect for your Sunday coming up in a couple minutes.
Nothing else on TV.
Especially on those hikes because things heat up so fast. So at 8 a.m., if that's when you're setting off on your hike, we're looking at 68 degrees. By 10 a.m., up to 82. Then by noon, take a look, 90 degrees. So carry those camelbacks full of water. Make sure you put on that sunscreen, wear comfortable clothes, etc., and try to get your hikes done before noon. Otherwise, we are sitting at 82 right now at Falcon Field, 77 degrees in Queen Creek. We are at 77 in Tempe, 79 this evening in Chandler. Feels amazing outside. 74 in Ahwatukee, 84 for downtown Phoenix. Over on the west side, 76 in Sun City, 79 in Glendale. Across the rest of the state right now, a balmy 50 in Flagstaff, 63 in Payson, 62 in Kingman. Bullhead City still holding on to 81 degrees. But take a look at the eastern portion of the country. It is 24 right now in Chicago, 34 in Louisville, 20 in Pittsburgh, New York City, sitting at 29, Raleigh, 33 degrees. We have all this warmth across the desert Southwest, and that's because we have a ridge of high pressure in control of our weather pattern. It is going to be with us for the next couple of days, but back east, we have a dip in the jet stream. So this cold Canadian air continues to filter in across the eastern half of the country. This is bringing those folks temperatures that are about 15 to 20 degrees colder than normal for this time of year, degrees warmer than normal. So pick your forecast across the state shows quiet conditions. We are going to start to see an increase in cloud cover tomorrow afternoon. We stop the clock at 2 p.m. That cloud cover is going to continue to spread across Arizona headed into Monday. This is from an area of low pressure that's tracking south of us. It's also going to bring rain on Monday to the Rim Country, to the White Mountains, to southeastern Arizona, but the valley should stay dry. Lows tonight, upper 50s to low 60s. 58 in Chandler, looks like 58 in Mesa tonight, 61 in Peoria and in Glendale. We'll bottom out at 34 in Flagstaff, 48 in Payson, looks like 66 for Lake Havasu City. And then those highs tomorrow, our hot spot, Lake Havasu City, 99, 70 in Flagstaff, 73 at Grand Canyon, and 87 in Globe. Highs tomorrow across the valley, another day of potentially record-tying or setting temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. So tonight, a few clouds.
Wide Vision, caring for Arizona's eyes for 30 years.
It's
that could tie tomorrow's daytime high temperature record of 95. We'll keep 95 around for Monday, but partly cloudy skies. Not expecting to tie or break any records on Monday. Temperatures are going to remain in the 90s through Thursday, but they're going to start to come down just a bit, and by Friday we should be back in the upper 80s.
Your exclusive AccuWeather forecast with Christy Siefkin on Fox 10.
Warm out there today. Well, that's because we in fact tied a record. We didn't beat the old record at Sky Harbor, but several other cities, I should say, around the state did in fact surpass the old record. We'll get to those numbers in just a sec. But outside tonight, 84 degrees, so still on the warm side. Very calm though. Winds, we're not even registering any right now. The dew point only at 19, so very dry conditions. The records that we're talking about, we'll start from the top at Sky Harbor. 95 degrees what we hit this afternoon. That ties our old record. But take a look at this. Cottonwood making it to 86 degrees, surpassing that old record by just 1 degree. Flagstaff, 2 degrees, in fact, above the old record, hitting 70 this afternoon. And then check this out, Page, coming in at 84 degrees, the old record, 78 degrees. And this is just a sample of some of the new records that we saw either tied or surpassed this afternoon. And all the result of high pressure that continues to be the dominant feature for our forecast. We are going to see a few storm systems passing by the desert Southwest, but they won't affect us in terms of rain, at least for the valley. We'll just see slight fluctuations in temperature and a little bit more cloud cover, but still very warm out there tonight. You'll see all throughout Southern California up into the southern tip of Nevada, and also, on the state right now, anywhere from upper 60s in Sedona to 81 for Bullhead City, Tucson at 74, 52 for Show Low, and then across the board here in the valley, numbers anywhere from the 70s up into the 70 degrees, 72 at Gateway, and then 79 degrees for Scottsdale. Temperature-wise today, obviously above the seasonal norm because we tied that old record. So we should be sitting 80 degrees this time of year. We made it today 15 degrees above the average. In 1986, that's the last day that we saw numbers that warm. And for the next few days, we'll continue to see numbers on the warm side. Mid-90s to get you into the end of your weekend, the start of the work week, continuing to see those warm conditions into your Tuesday. A little bit cooler as we get into Wednesday, Thursday. That's when we start to see a few of those systems passing by. A little bit breezy out there. The national picture, pretty quiet, at least for the middle of the country. We're starting to see a little bit of activity, though, pushing into North and South Dakota, thunderstorm activity. And for tomorrow, we'll also see some activity through the Great Lakes region, all the way down into parts of Illinois, into Missouri. Cooler temperatures up into parts of the Northeast in the 30s and 40s into New York. For us tonight, though, we'll cool down into the mid-30s. Show low 66 for Lake Havasu, 57 degrees overnight for Tucson, and then 26 for the Grand Canyon. Douglas will be at 49. And then tomorrow, here's a look at all of our numbers in the 80s and 90s. You'll notice that contour starting to turn that deep, deep red. 95 Gila Bend. We'll see 86 for Safford, 95 for Phoenix, 94 for Lake Havasu, 80 for Winslow, and then 76 degrees for St. John. So tonight, a little bit of cloud cover out there. We'll call for a mix of sunshine and clouds into your Sunday. Temperatures once again expected to be in the mid-90s. For your Monday, mid-90s once again, so that chance of making it to another record, potentially what we're going to see into the next few days. And so hot in the studio that my hands were sweating, the clicker just flew right out.
Yeah.
That's been the first time that's happened in my life, that the clicker's falling out. So.
I know. I didn't know what happened at first. I thought maybe you were just giving up and walking away.
It was the heat wave. It just right out of there.
Okay, Christy, thanks. A lot of events going on this weekend in the Valley, and one that's all about keeping the rhythm, the 12th annual Dragon Boat Festival taking place this weekend over at Timpytown Lake Marina on the north shore of the lake. This event attracts paddlers from all over the U.S., even as far away as China. They come out here for this, as well as and Taiwan. This takes a couple dozen paddlers.
50-46 Wisconsin Decker with 27. Frank Kaminsky had 29 points. He was unstoppable in the paint. Deja vu, Wisconsin wins again. This time 85-78. Our own Mark McClune was at the game for the emotional end. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. Absolute heartbreak for the Arizona Wildcats for a second straight season here in Southern California. Wisconsin's going to the Final Four, and the Arizona Wildcats are going home.
Well, obviously the feeling wasn't good, but I just came off the floor and apologized that I couldn't get him to a Final Four. So, I mean, that guy right there is like my dad, so.
Itself in the middle of a nasty controversy, though, over religious freedom.
But first, we'll tell you about a Valley mom stepping forward to try and prevent violence. Her personal crusade after the break.
Sculpting the sleek body of the Mercedes-Benz
locker room.
And a stunning stat, Arizona shoots 57% from the field and loses. The only stat more stunning is Wisconsin's 67% from three-point range. And Sean Miller's Arizona Wildcats head home, one win shy of the Final Four for a second straight year. Mark McClune, 3TV Sports.
Thank you, Mark. Wisconsin's going to advance to face the winner of Kentucky.
Soon, the internet will be 100 times more powerful.